Hey Sculpture class, I'm going to talk a little bit about your first larger project in this class. It's part of Unit 2 and it's called The Trash We Produce. So here we've clicked on the folder for Unit 2, The Trash We Produce, and I want to let you know that I'm going to be putting this video in right here, so that's where you're probably watching it right now. But I'm going to explain these two assignments. So the first one is your planning for the project. So in here you're going to have a My Document button that you'll click on, and that'll open up this. So your first goal for this project is that you need to start collecting material that you're going to use. And the material for this project is the trash that you produce over the course of 1 week. Now I want to emphasize this, that you're going to be collecting clean trash only. So if you do have bottles or containers that you have food that you're producing, you need to rinse them out first, clean them out so that way you don't have anything that starts to get really smelly or has a lot of germs and stuff on it. So a lot of things, paper products, stuff like that, you'll probably be able to use, cardboard, packaging, things like that. But I want you to try to collect it all for 1 entire week for your household, and you're going to be using that to create your project. Now, the irony of it is that we're creating these things out of materials that just get thrown away or recycled, but they come from the environment in some way. So your goal is going to be using the materials that you have collected. You're going to create this three-dimensional sculpture that looks like something from nature. So you might choose to do an animal, a plant, maybe you're doing a scene that's like a nature scene, but you're going to be repurposing this material that you collected into your project. Now I have some artists of focus for this project, and they're listed over here in planning with links to websites and videos that you can maybe get some ideas about how to make projects out of materials that are normally used as trash. I think this news article right here from San Francisco would be a great one for you to watch if you're wanting a first go-to video to look at. But after you've had a chance to do some thinking and collect your materials, I want you to go through the planning. So the planning is this. You're first going to look at your materials and figure out what you got to work with. Think about how you're going to connect it together to create your project. Okay, then you're going to jump into your theme, and I'm giving you an idea here for this one where it needs to be something based on something from nature. So I want you to choose that nature thing that you're going to be inspired by and find multiple images of that type of thing from different angles. So that way you've got something to look at while you're making your sculpture. Then from Unit 1, we learned about the principles of design. So I'm going to have you choose a principle of design that you'll use in the artwork and try to focus on that as you're making your project to make it more interesting to look at. And finally, you're going to be doing a project sketch. So this could be something you do on paper, snap a picture of it, and insert that right in here into the planning. Or if you'd like to do it digitally, you can do that through a drawing right here in Google Docs. So you go to Insert, Drawing, New. Then you can switch this over to Scribble, and that allows you to do drawings. So you can add lines in and delete them as needed, and then that would just insert right into wherever you had selected, had your mouse highlighted. Or you can use a program like Pixlr. Go to the website for Pixlr, and it's just like Photoshop. You can use that to draw on the screen digitally and save down an image that you put right in here. So your sketch should be showing it in its trash form. So think about the materials that you're using to put together in here and how they go together to make what your project's going to look like. So that is the first project. In the end, you're going to be turning it in that same folder by just turning in your picture, or pictures I should say. I'd like you to try to turn in at least 3, so from different angles. When you're clicking on the submit button in Schoology here, you'll have the option to add in more and more files before you actually hit the submission, upload and submission. So that would be a great option for you to really show all the work that you've done in your sculpture, so that while we're grading this, we can have a good understanding of what you're making it look like. So that is your first larger project.